Yes, Riverside had a long-standing practice of evidence-based practices in the form of marking centers. The elementary level, at Cycle 2 and Cycle 3, we established a very rigorous method of collecting student work and conducting marking centers of all student work with all teachers. We understood it was an excellent form of professional development and as a means of standardization of creating equity for all students. And then we subsequently took all of those results and generated what I still think are fairly sophisticated Excel spreadsheets and graphical representations of student work, so that we were able to clearly demonstrate to teachers where their students were being very successful and where they were having challenges. And then our consultants subsequently would take that Excel work, the graphs, the item analysis, and they would do their own sort of analysis on that and determine what the student successes were, where the specific challenges were, and then in teams would make presentations and give reports to the teachers and the principals. So it was really linked to their school success plan, as it was called at the time, and it helped schools to develop strategies for moving forward. It developed for us strategies for professional development, so it was really for us already a part of a system that helped us to move forward. Perhaps another unique thing is where we started from. We'd already established systems of sort of data management, data collection and data management, so for us we were in a growth model. We were in a position to move forward along the next logical part of our journey. Well, when Geneviève explained the intention of the evidence-based project, for me it was a terrific opportunity to increase the structure, increase the professional development, the learning around practices that use data to organize teacher training. And I became involved as a member of that first, the lead team. And one of the benefits was within that team we were all learning, first-time learners. We started with a theory, which for me was very important, and I still continue to approach it that way. I always think that good theory leads to good practice. That was how we began. It is not an effective use of professional time, or is it particularly effective for students to be basing our practices on I think, I wish, I've heard that we need to work with concrete information that will certainly generate questions. And those questions then become the launching pad for a more detailed examination of work. The consultants provide the essential pedagogical leadership, but we've also been in the habit of regularly inviting teachers to share in that leadership. When we have, for example, school-based data teams, the teachers take a variety of leadership roles. When we're creating common evaluations, the teachers also share leadership roles in the creation of the validation of the piloting. We try to involve our teachers as much as possible. We think that that model of kind of distributive leadership not only increases their capacity, but it makes for them more meaningful the kind of learning that they're having. I think the indicators that are showing improvements would be the quality of the discussion of teachers when they discover there are difficulties. They ask for data. They ask for mechanisms that allow for a deeper understanding of why things are happening. I think another indicator of the success is the student success itself. The increase, for example, in mathematics results has been quite striking in elementary. And we can see the changes as well in secondary Cycle 1 mathematics. And we'd like to move into new subject areas using the same strategies. I think that the benefits that we can see would be an increase in collaboration, professional collaboration among teachers, collaboration among consultants at the school board and between departments. A second huge benefit would be the very organized strategies that are in place through the mechanisms of professional development, the data team models, the documentation that's associated with the management agreements, the partnership agreements, the mechanisms of reporting. That structure has become very defined. The third important thing would be the quality of the professional dialogues that now refer to research. When there's a question about what works, it's changed to professional quality of conversation. Simply because people know now. I think we've just introduced into the system things that people can optimize that they may not have been aware of before. To do is to not move too quickly, to not start too large, and the corollary of that is to start working with the professionals that are open and interested and willing, and to move in small steps, to build with your theory first and move from theory to practice. You have to rely on a team for this to be successful. And I think that's why Riverside has had the measure of success that it has, is we have a team approach.